Yo, what is good YouTube? I'm Richie Kim, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the Under Armour Hovr Havoc Low. Before we get started, if you all like videos just like this, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. But anyways, let's get right into it. As always, starting off with the traction. When it comes to traction, Under Armour usually doesn't stray away from what works, and that shows in this model. The Hovr Havoc Low features a full herringbone traction pattern outsole, and as you guys know, herringbone is probably the most tried and true traction pattern for basketball shoes. It performs exceptionally well, and on this pair, it performs like just that. It was really nice. It bites really hard, the stopping power is good. Even on dustier courts, the bite was really nice. It does pick up a little bit of dust though, so you do have to wipe sometimes, but honestly, I really had no complaints about the traction pattern whatsoever. Like I said, you really can't go wrong with traditional herringbone, and that is what they use, and it performs great on court. Overall, traction on the Hovr Havoc Low, really nice. So for traction on the shoe, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. So moving on to the cushion, the Hovr Havoc Low features a full-length EVA midsole with Hovr in the heel, and Hovr is Under Armour's proprietary foam, which is supposed to feel really nice and bouncy, and it is pretty bouncy, but it is caged pretty heavily with some exposed areas to make sure the foam compresses and decompresses like it's supposed to without having too much bounce, and basically making it very stable for it to be used in a performance basketball shoe. And surprisingly, the Hovr is actually really nice. At first, it was a little bit stiff and I couldn't really feel it too much when I first tried these on and played in them. But after a little bit of break-in time, you could really feel the Hovr in the back heel. It is only implemented in the back half of the shoe. In the forefoot area, it's just that EVA midsole, which honestly doesn't feel that bad, even though it's just EVA, but the Hovr feels amazing. It gives you a nice bounce, good impact protection. There was one day where I literally played 4 hours in just this shoe, and my feet felt fine afterwards, which was really surprising because even in other shoes like the Pro Bounce or something with really nice cushion, I could feel some fatigue in my feet, but for some reason in the Havoc Low, I felt fine. Honestly, because of how well the Hovr was implemented in this shoe, I'm kind of wondering if they're going to bring out more shoes with full-length Hovr maybe, and I feel like it's going to feel great, and I'm really excited for shoes in the future if they release something like that. It's rumored that the next Curry, the Curry 6, is going to have full-length Hovr, and if that's true, I think that's going to be an amazing shoe to play in. But cushion in the shoe, really nice, no complaints whatsoever. Other than I wish it was full-length Hovr, but other than that, really nice. For cushion in the shoe, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Moving on to the materials, the Under Armour Hovr Havoc Low features a two-tone mesh upper. So it is basically a full mesh upper with some TPU overlays in the high wear areas, such as the toe box and around the lateral sides of the shoe. And then you also have this TPU heel counter in the back, which does its job amazingly. Even though this is a mesh, and it there's a lot of fuse on here or heated TPU overlays, it felt really nice. Usually synthetics like this usually make a shoe feel not that great on foot because it's crisp and just feels really cheap, but Under Armour did it right and it felt really nice on foot. For me, the materials felt like it had no break-in time whatsoever, so it was good to go straight out of the box. I really have no complaints about the materials other than it is just mesh. So for materials, the Hovr Havoc Low gets a 8.5 out of 10. So moving on to fit, I do think the Hovr Havoc Lows run true to size, and this is a shoe that if you get your wrong size, you're gonna have a lot of problems because it's not gonna fit correctly, because this is a one booty upper. So make sure you guys get your right size, otherwise the shoe is not gonna perform like it should. But once you guys do go true to size and get your correct fitting shoe, these fit amazing. I had a nice one-to-one fit in the shoe. It is a little bit of a pain sliding your foot into the shoe because of just how tight this ankle collar area is, and just because of how rigid this heel counter is. But once your foot is in, it stays locked in. The fit was just overall amazing on the shoe. It really fits like a glove. So for fit, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Moving on to the support on this Hovr Havoc Low, although it seems like it really wouldn't have great support because of how low the shoe is, the support is phenomenal. I had zero movement on the footbed and zero heel slippage. And a lot of people think that a higher cut shoe makes you less prone to ankle injuries, but that's not the case. Ankle injuries come from lack of heel lockdown, and you guys aren't going to have any problems with heel lockdown in the shoe. This heel counter really does its job, and just like the overall fit in general, just really just hugs your foot into the shoe and make sure that you aren't going to have any support issues. Even on this shoe, it doesn't seem like there's a lateral outrigger, but the way that they sculpted the midsole acts as an outrigger itself, so I didn't have any issues upon lateral movements. Support in the Hovr Havoc Low was amazing. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. The Hovr Havoc Low retails for $105, and for that price point, I definitely recommend picking up a pair of these. This and the Adidas Pro Bounce are shoes that are in my top 5 rotation right now. Top 5 performers of 2018 so far. That video will come soon, by the way. I was honestly like mind blown by how good these performed on court. They just felt great, especially for me. And you know, the really surprising thing is, even though this isn't full length hover and there's only hover in the heel, the overall cushion setup felt really nice for me. And you know, I like that blend of impact protection and court feel and responsiveness, which is really hard to come by, but the Hovr Havoc Low does it amazingly. Just everything about this shoe was really nice, and yeah, you know, you guys are going to enjoy them if you pick them up. And these are only $105, and they beat out a lot of more expensive shoes in my opinion. That's pretty much it for this performance review. If you guys like this video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below and smash that thumbs up button for me. Also hit that bell button so you guys get notified when I upload new videos. And while you guys are at it, check out this video on my left and on my right, and that's pretty much it. Until next time, peace.